Swiss yen. It's not a major enough movement either way to want me to get into that one in this style of trading.
Okay, I'm recording, so I should be able to find it in my Zoom folder when I'm done if somebody wants it.
But Rex, the screenshot, once you put them on Alveo with the limits, would be very helpful.
Let's see how long it takes me. Now this one would have already have hit if we were trading this old high. It may have triggered. Not many pips, but 8 so I have to scout past that one because it's already come and gone. Now my preference, because it's turned, is I would be trying to buy. So I'm switching this one. And I'm going to come into here and put on a buy limit on the EuroCAD. Euro Swiss. This line here, major support, now resistance, 0.95207. That's a sell limit. Look at that dang thing. At M, it turned right back down. How about that? .87306, maybe a while before it gets there, but Euro yen. Euro New Zealand. It's moving into a buy area there, so I'm going to pass on that one. Euro US is in the box. I'm not going to worry about that one. Pound Aussie. I'll extend this line here so I can read the price. This one tried to break out and is moving up, so that one won't have the power of a reversal, so I'll pass. Pound Swiss will be down the road, but we can sell the high. Now the 4-hour chart is the one we need to pay more attention to on the downside. I'm going to take this down to, that would be the weekly, daily, and the 4-hour low. The pound Swiss will have a buy limit. Pound yen, nothing that's worthwhile to me. Pound New Zealand. Only thing with the pound New Zealand, if we do that, is that sometimes the spread can put you in and put you right back out before you get going. So pass there. Pound US. I'm going to mark this low here. $1.20417 buy limit. Now, my preference is for this one to break the lows and go lower. So I'm just not wanting to put a buy limit there. And it's already up to the top. So I'm going to have to just pass on that one. New Zealand Swiss has already come off the bottom. Same thing. If it can break there, it'll go lower. So I don't want to take the third bounce to try to catch it. Now, this Matt guy over at Lark Fund, the thing that I saw was basically pending orders in the 4 hour. He used, I think, was it the 800, 200, and 100 and Fibonacci?
Yes, I think so.
Oh, okay. So I don't use those, but you'll put them on yours and I'll put them on mine too. I think he uses them not so much. It's more of what are other people watching and reacting to, but I don't know if that's exactly what I heard
Yeah.
him say.
Yeah, that sounds pretty close.
Okay.
So yeah, if everybody else is looking at the same thing that you're looking at and reacting to the same levels, then it gives them more.
Yeah. So you're just watching where reactions take place.
Yeah.
Same thing that
And
I do. Just I'm looking for
basically
bigger traders. Yeah.
a correlation of 3 different things converging in the same spot makes it like an A+ setup. I think you used to call them 4-star, 3-star at one point, didn't you?
Yeah. For me,
Stars.
it's on the far outside edges.
Yep.
But on his 4 hour charts, they don't need to be necessarily at the far outside edges. They just need to be a discernible area where you're seeing buyers and sellers changing roles or one switching and back and forth. So I need to wait here on the US CAD. Now I could go all the way up to, I don't know if it'll let me read the darn thing. The ticker gets in the way. Can't quite read it.
You can switch them to the left side if you wanted to.
To figure out where that is.
What, to switch aside?
With a
Yeah.
little, yeah, I'm just looking to see. I don't see it. I'm trying to find how to turn the CAD off over here. Buy sell buttons.
Are you trying to turn the symbol off for the time?
Just the over here on the right where it has the CAD in the right top corner.
You need to right click on that column.
Now the other window's getting annoying. Regular, countdown to bar close, auto fit status to screen.
Labels.
Yeah, I'm just trying to turn this thing off so I can read the price.
Yeah, oops.
Oh, well. We're almost to the end. I'll figure it out later. US Swiss. Nine two two two. Much easier to read these numbers here than on Alveo. Move that out of the way and add one. And the US yen. Not much I can do there since it's just not going anywhere. All right, back to Alveo. We're not doing too bad on time. Sorry for torturing you. Aussie CAD. Eight seven eight three two, right in there. Make sure my settings are good enough to get me started. That's the first one. And the target here I'm going to leave at because I want to be out if it bumps up against those on the way down. Aussie Swiss. So I'm going to do all these on the 4 hour, so it's just easier to look at. Sell limit 5711. Let's grab it here. Right, went up to this one. And let's see, I'm not getting my prices over here. Come on. There we go. Aussie, New Zealand. Zero nine one two. Want to be below that. And we know it's just a zone. Aussie, US. This one's not hard to do. Six, 5, 2, 2, 2. I went to that one. Now this is just more of a box trade. But I'm going to do it anyway. Euro Aussie, are we going to, and then or as we go through the weeks, are we going to take turns doing this?
That'd be a good learning exercise.
I think that would be great.
Because somebody may be looking at this and saying my entry would be completely different than Rex's. And there's nothing wrong with that. Euro Aussie is a 168. And if it wasn't so time consuming, I went to that one. You could come in here and you say, these are all my sell or buy limits. But I also see other patterns that a person would want to trade.
I think that would be if people could say, here are my buy sell limits on the ones that I've gotten, and then see if anybody else has anything around that or has any disagreements, that it would help everybody fine tune.
I agree. Good, makes good sense. EuroCAD. And also, if you're a scalper and that's what you're working with, be sure you share that with us, because we have scalpers here. We do everything. 4, 5, 4, 3, 7. I'm not sure what my notes. I'm looking at a buy limit here. I think I must have wrote it down wrong, but I'm going to go here and I'm going to put a buy limit on. I didn't want to sell the top because it's already up there. Euro Swiss. And I'm not going to worry about, am I in too many pairs on one pair or one currency. I'm just going to trade the pattern. I went to the taller one up here in my notes. Sell limit. Euro pound. Euro yen. Now that one looks like it could have, would require a little bit more stop. And a little more target. But I'm not trying to reach all the way out. Pound Aussie. Now remind me or clarify if I didn't quite hear him right. He's just wanting to take his contributions towards whatever challenge and then take his profit and be gone. He's not one to spend a lot of time letting something ride back and forth.
Yeah, that's what I got out of it.
Okay. These are quite a ways from each other, but buy limit at the bottom, sell limit at the top. So I got both those in.
And he did make a point of saying that the challenges, he had a way of passing the challenges within the 30 days. Or if you get like a free retake, to keep it positive so that you get your free retake and you can get your appropriate percentage in that amount of time. But he said it's not a good strategy for consistent trading, because in his opinion that it's over leveraging. But you do have to make a certain amount of money in a certain amount of time, so it requires you to do that.
So I have 16 pending at a 1/4%. So that's I'm now at maximum 4% loss plus slippage and things. US Swiss. Now I know he was really involved with using the Fibonacci once they got a pivot and thing, and then looking at potential things in here. I'm just going to look to the back at the top and the bottom for the first round. All right, so that gives me
Psychological
18.
levels in there too.
Right. Yeah, the 50% that isn't a Fibonacci. Yeah. And I'll go through and watch it again. I don't know how active he likes to be. Now, for me, I don't need to complete anything in 30 days. I mean, I just, make my trades and then whatever, because I'm not in challenges or anything. So
Actually, that's one reason why he started this prop firm. He's the one that started the no time limit challenges. So now all of his challenges don't have a time limit. And most of the
good.
others are catching on and doing that as well.
Yeah,
Can-
because the market's only going to do what the market does.
Yeah.
Can you post the link to that? Ed or Rex or
Yeah,
somebody?
Ed sent it to me, and I don't know where it went.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, let me look.
Is it on the Lark site and I can just go look for it on the Lark site?
Actually, it's on YouTube
Okay,
under Lark Funding. It's one of the more recent ones he did, but it's
Okay.
like a compilation of all of his videos that he's done over the years, referring to challenges.
okay,
So it's basically like a 3 or 4 year playlist.
okay.
Yeah, and I'll put it in the chat window there if he tracks it down.
Yeah, Sam found it rather repetitive because
Yeah,
he
I
did
did
repeat
too.
himself several times in several different ways for different videos. And
And
he's done
that's
it
important.
over the years, but he stays pretty consistent, remarkably.
Well, that's
Considering,
what you want. If somebody's, they're repeating themselves, but saying something different. Yeah, but he's just trading supply and demand. He changes around definitions and things, but
Mhm.
just looking for where other traders are trading. If we were to trade this Euro US Swiss, whoever's trading it is buying along that line. They're keeping it above that line. And over here, they run into selling pressure. So if we're going to buy in this tiny little area, we're going to buy here and try to get something out of there. There has to be enough pips, 15 pips if you're doing $1 a pip, just trying to work towards your daily. If you know, you'll just lay out where the buying and selling's going on.
And
You can,
Rex,
yeah,
right now, you could put on 2 more trades and then Alveo wouldn't let you put any more on pending. Is that correct?
right. Because I am down here at 1.8.
Right. So the pending takes all of that up, whether you're in a trade or not.
Right.
Okay.
So it's allocating, it's assuming everything gets filled and goes in the wrong direction. That's its number one rule. So
Okay,
we allocated our risk and our position sizes here to risk about $25 on every little setup, and which would give us 20 positions.
actually,
So,
Rex, is this a 10K account?
uh-huh.
Yeah, in Lark, you only get 1 lot on a 10K account, not 2.
So then I would just go through the first 10, whatever, when I hit 10 setups, that would be it.
Yeah, or have your lot size.
Yeah, half full offside or pick the ones that are my favorites and then come back and add the others.
And how many people of this group are actually doing Lark? I haven't yet done a funded prop firm. So I'm trying to figure out whether I do that or whether I put my own money in something like IG.
I think me, Ed, and Larry, and
Yeah, I know the 2 of us are.
And
But
Josh
I
is.
think there's more.
Yeah, Josh I know has, well, I don't think he has a Lark one.
yeah, Josh has one that's
He's got
actually a
like,
neighbor of his.
right, he's got 5 different deals. He sent them to me the other day. So he's got 5 different accounts and he is copy trading from FTMO.
Yeah, I setting my copy trader up today, ran into some problems. Nothing can be fixed, just pain in the ass.
FX Blue.
Yeah,
It seems to have worked pretty well for me. I haven't yet done any of the challenges that weren't the free challenge, and I've done FTMO like 4 times and made it, but I haven't bought one yet.
I think this Mr. Bondsworthy was trading 12 accounts off, 12 copy accounts off of the FX Blue and didn't have any complaints.
That's good. If you have any particular ones that you're looking at, check on Twitter because they have usually monthly discount codes there, so you don't have to pay as much for it.
Okay, and FTMO, you can actually do their test, go through their course, and they give you a discount as well. They have an educational thing, and once you get through that, and you can start out just taking the final exam, and if you pass it, you automatically get the code. And the educational piece is very similar to Beeline.
That's good.
Let's see, too many things in the way.
So Rex, would you go back through keep going through your list and see if you like any better and replace the ones you were going alphabetically?
Yes, I would. If there's just one that I really don't want to miss out on, so I would get rid of one and add one back.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I would check it. So either on a 4 hour or 8 hour, I would reevaluate it and look at it and say, what's happened in price action that is still, is it with or against my thinking? Do I need to adjust it?
And then once we get those set up in the simulated account on Alveo, do we send that to you? Or do we just wait until once a week or on the 20th, I think, well, the simulated accounts won't ever reset, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you want, we could just take us through your stat page and just say, these are the ones that are still pending. These are the ones that triggered. We could plot the ones that have triggered and completed, and then evaluate the price action. Was there something we could have done to be better on money management?
When I did that for the boot camp that you gave that the challenge boot camp, I set up a whole bunch of things and only like 3 of them ever triggered. So I was either way too conservative or something. So I need to go back and figure out how to get some of them to trigger without increasing my risk.
So, and that's the other thing. So we can say, all right, so let's say we want to increase the number of trades. We may have to decrease our targets, but we want to be a certain amount of activity going on. So we're trying to generate a cash flow,
Right.
without getting down into the whipsaw range. We still want to be on pivot areas where things are changing direction. And, there's going to be pivots on 4 hours. We may creep down to a 2 hour. He kept a really close target because he didn't want to have to manage it. He wanted it to get filled and either hit the target or the stop.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's his way of getting through the challenges. But for what Sean and Ron are going to be looking at, we're looking at overall performance. So in order to get mine to trigger, I was backing down to the 4 hour chart and the 2 hour chart and setting 4 and then trading on 2 back and forth. That's how I was getting things filled.
Right. Because we need activity. So that's just what we'll do. And we'll all find this out, especially if everybody does their own through the week. You don't have to wait for me or whoever. You just do your own setups and mark them. And then, we could both be in the same trade at the same time and one of you get a target and me not.
Right.
So if you say, well, I turned over that same allocation 3 times while you're waiting on your 1 time, well, then that proves that you've got the right target and stop.
And we're still in Alveo tied to the 50 trades. So
Correct.
50 pending. So if we went down to a half a mini, that would get us to 40.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. And if you wanted to put on 2 positions with different targets, same or different setups, you're just collecting data.
Right.
And, yeah. So you just have to write down those notes on your setups. And if Adam is doing a different setup that he likes, he just keeps his strategy and we collect results in these accounts.
Okay. And do we send you the account number?
You can send me the
all that discussion while I was gone on how things were actually structured.
Well, you had said you had too many accounts to keep track of and you didn't really want to do another one. And I said, that's perfectly fine.
Well, because they turned off a bunch of accounts right now, I can go back and do it.
Okay. Yeah. So just send me your email address and the account number that you've created or you're going to use. And then I'll put it into a spreadsheet and then we can go and, look at them together or privately or whatever you want to do.
Okay.
And then we're just, we're getting stuff for basically whoever the hedge fund money is, and then also building your trading and your confidence.
Okay.
I did download, well, Thinkorswim. I haven't. Now, the problem is I can't figure out where to find a dang thing.
It went to Schwab. You have to go into Schwab now, I think,
Yeah.
because what Citrix is what Schwab used. And they did they finalized Thinkorswim when I was gone. And now my Citrix doesn't work. You have to use Thinkorswim.
Yeah.
I don't think it's available anyplace else now.
Let's see if it gets me in there.
So
Yeah, I had to.
setups on Citrix and everything went away. So I have to go. I've never used Thinkorswim, so I have to go figure out the setups on that one. People
That's what I was doing. I did put on a trade, just checking it, so don't know what I did, but it was AT&T. And so I'm up when the market's down. It's only because I was just like the pattern, but yeah, so this is Thinkorswim through Schwab. And I'm doing the web version versus the download the desktop. So anyway, and then if we get into options or whatever, this is the platform I'll need to learn. As far as my own FX, I like any of that. It's IG.
Yeah,
So
the IG and Schwab is what I've been using, but I don't know Thinkorswim at all. So I was kind of bummed out that all my charts went away from Citrix.
yeah, you get things the way you like them, and you don't want anybody messing around with them. It's efficiency.
And they explained to me how it was good for me, that technology was really my friend.
Yes. Let's sell it.
Yep, they say change keeps you flexible.
I'm about as flexible as I need to be at my age. Thank you very much.
Yeah, if it works, don't bother me. I want to do what I'm doing.
That's kind of it. If it works, please don't change it. You know?
Yeah, I was screaming when they got rid of DOS prompt. So
I like DOS.
I
do
loved it.
too.
I did not want social media or news all over my computer. I just wanted to trade. That's the only reason I owned a computer, was to click buy or sell in my little platform.
And I was perfectly happy with it. Thank you very much.
See you, Tom. All righty. Next week, we're going to do the same evening, 7 through 8:30 or somewhere in there. Halloween night, though, I'll be answering the door. Play
So-
around with, go ahead.
Is anybody else still doing Infinity?
I am not. I haven't since before all this stuff happened.
Sterling is, he says.
Yeah, I saw that. Okay.
And I know one of the challenges Sean had talked about before all this came about was the copy trading that you were mentioning earlier.
I haven't seen that one come up. It would be nice if we actually had a copy trader, but I was wondering if anybody was still doing them, or whether it had kind of gone by the wayside.
I know that they were having problems with the coding, catching the trades or correctly recording them completed or not completed. And so I think a lot of people just kind of backed away from it.
About half the time I have to say, gosh, Brian, I think I actually passed this one. So now I've been double passing them. So like on this one, you had to do 10 trades where you moved your stop loss to 2 pips above your entry and then let it either trail or set. And instead of doing 10, I've done 25 just to make certain it's going to pick something up.
Right.
So,
All right. Any other questions or things?
thanks, Rex. Thanks, Ed, for posting that stuff.
Yeah, no problem. You're welcome.
And did everybody get a screenshot of my Alveo?
Would you go back and let me just take one more screenshot. Thanks.
You bet.
And I'll send a message out if I have the recording, if anybody wants it.
Great, thanks.
Yep. And if there's any clarification on Matt's trading strategy and plan, shoot that out to me too, and we'll incorporate it all. And then
Okay.
we'll just need to write up a strategy so
Okay.
that we all know, and then we can all make variations of it.
Thanks, guys.
Thank
Good
you.
night.
All righty. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Good night.
All right.